Street Fighter 25th anniversary, we are joined by the champion of Super Turbo, Damdai. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Tell us, what is it like to have a gigantic check that you signed? Can you show us that big thing? What bank do you use? How are you going to cash this thing?
I use Citibank.
And will they take this?
They won't, but maybe I can deposit it with my phone.
Very nice. Now, where does the word Damdai even come from? I think people are wondering that.
It is a combination of my first name and last name, which is Damien Dailidenas.
And what ethnicity is that? That's a very special last name.
Lithuanian.
Lithuanian?
Yes.
And are the Lithuanians, what do you think, if you can imagine Lithuania right now, how are they reacting to your victory?
I have no idea. I am a few generations removed.
As you know, the Japanese did not have a qualifiers for Super Turbo.
Yeah, thankfully.
Right, because HDR wasn't released there, do you think that if they did have one, of course, you know, Tokido did qualify, so there was a Japanese in the tournament, but had there been a qualifier in Japan, do you think the outcome would have been different?
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. The Japanese can still play this game. It's very close to Super Turbo.
Now, why do you think they haven't been taking up the game, even though the option is there to use the old sprites and you could set it to the Super Turbo settings without using HDR?
Because it's not in arcade.
Ah, but you come from the arcade background,
yes.
Is that correct? Now, tell us about your character selection. I saw you all over the place. You got O-Hawk, O-Ryu. Did you use someone else?
No, only those two this tournament. But I do use a lot of characters.
Now, I know that your O-Ryu, the Air Tatsu, is a 50-50 unblockable.
Yes.
But it seems like you have a higher than average.
Sometimes.
You know, we're just flipping coins, but it seems like more often than not, it's unblockable. Do you think that the gods of Super Turbo are smiling upon you?
I think today they were.
Yes.
Yeah, they wanted me to win today.
And I looked at your profile for the pamphlet, and tell us, I don't know if you're joking or not, but you were saying that Street Fighter is your Tai Chi.
Yeah.
What exactly did you mean by that? Because that's quite philosophical. We could go really deep with that.
It is, and it might be a little too philosophical for words, but I kind of came up with that on like spur of the moment. I wasn't going to write anything originally because I'm not into that stuff, but I got like a follow-up email asking me if I would please, so it just came to me. Like the gods just put it in my mind. And but it's true. Like I'm serious about that quote. Are you familiar with the concept of flow?
Like flow, N-word flow? That flow?
No. It's like a state of mind that you can be in where things just like happen naturally. You don't really have to think. It's just like it's like a Zen thing.
You're talking to an Asian and you're asking me about the flow? I should be teaching you about the flow. But did you feel that you were in the flow? You were going up against some pretty serious competition. You know, there's Choi Boy, he's a classic. Tokido, he's like jumping all over the whoo! But then there was also Afro Legends, who is a Evo champion. Did you feel that you were in the flow when you were facing this armada of strong Turbo players?
I felt I was 70% in the flow. These big events, I still feel some nerves. My local events like NEC and the East Coast stuff, I don't feel any nerves, and that's great. I wish I could feel that way everywhere. But when I come over here to the West Coast, I'm in like a foreign land. Time zone's different, and these events are like bigger than the East Coast events. They seem more substantial just because of all the production value that goes into it. So it's a little harder to relax. There's like more pressure.
Now, you said you are 33 years old, correct? How are you still able to balance all the adult problems in life, like your job?
I don't have adult problems.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm lucky, but I have always made time for things that make me happy.
So you're the Peter Pan in the Wonderland.
I don't know. It's easy for me. I think it's bullshit. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I think it's bullshit that other people can't find the time to do the things they love.
Now, how did you? That's very important. How did you prepare for this? Did you play on the GGPO or were you on online?
I do not like playing online at all. So I used to do it a little bit here and there because sometimes you just get the urge to play, but it's not satisfying. It's just frustrating.
Right.
Like you can't see the guy, and you can't do certain things. You can't react to certain things. So it's just better to stay away from that. Just feel better about myself. But I have a group of hardcore Super Turbo players.
Still.
Yep. And we get together about once a week.
Okay.
And they're all great guys, and they keep me healthy and strong.
Would you like to give a shout out to them? Is it Arturo? Is he part of that crew?
No, he doesn't play. He could be if he wanted to, but he doesn't
got
play
all
Super
esports
Turbo.
on us.
He did. He's all Hollywood. But it's Tecmo Super Bowl. It's his office we play at. He has Japanese head-to-head arcade cabinets. Very nice. Very legit.
Wow. So, okay.
Yeah. We got Mike Itch. They're actually his cabinets. Rizwan, very strong dictator player. Mars Gotti, very strong Guile player. Technical Monkey, very strong Chun-Li player. We have Howard, who is from the Don't Blow This crew, with John Rambo and Darkside Phil, who don't come out anymore, which is sad. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. If I am, I'm sorry. It's kind of
Shout out to everyone that has helped you get to where you are. Last question. KOF, after EVO, had a very tight finals, but then it sort of died off. Are you worried that, you know, this is the 25th anniversary for Capcom. They put a lot of money behind it. Obviously, they gave a very generous check. Are you worried that Turbo is one day, like the dinosaur, like the dodo bird, like the saber-tooth tiger, one day going to become extinct when we don't have these big tournaments? And do you see that, you know, some of the Japanese players have stopped playing? Maybe they have kids and they can whatever. Are you ever worried that one day it's going to be a fossil and you're going to be, you know, in the ground?
That's a worry that I think we all have.
Yeah.
But this game has a real strong cult following. It's been around for 20 years or something like that. We've been playing way before all these games, and we'll probably be playing way after. The fear is that the equipment that we prefer to play on is the real arcade hardware, and that is going to be extinct. They're not making it anymore. So eventually all that stuff is going to
that's
die.
True.
So we need to find like a new energy source.
I think there's some guy in Sweden that like Phoenix's board.
Yeah.
But there's only like one guy in the world, so if someone like Jason Bourne were to like kill him, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, if he dies, you know, hopefully his son will inherit if he has a son. But eventually, just the components, the hardware itself, it's going to die.
Hopefully, James Bond does not assassinate that one dude. Keeping the culture alive is Damdai. Congratulations on your win. Your 25th anniversary Turbo champion, first place. What are you going to do with your money?
Just save it. It's, you know, I'm 33 years old, so it's not a lot of money.
We got some boiler room stuff going on. Someone's on like Wall Street.
So I'll just put it in the bank. It's a nice bonus.
Very nice.
Nice dinners.
White people, they don't adhere to the poverty fighting game code.
Some do.
Well, Damdai doesn't, teaching us how to be responsible adults. Thank you very much.
Thank you.